Hola Colchoneros, welcome to Atleti Fanatics and welcome back to the channel. Please like and subscribe as usual. And we are back again because our next opponent is Eintracht Frankfurt now for it's the match against in Champions League. It's the second match day, and again, Atleti would be looking to get those 3 points because last time we played Liverpool, which I think again we were very close to getting something at Anfield. And like what I think about like after playing Liverpool, Real Madrid, I think like we can face any team in the world. Like even at Liverpool, we were like pretty decent, I would say, and it's not easy to play at Anfield, especially like when you're playing at the home ground, because Anfield has that like such vibe. But then after beating Real Madrid on the weekend, I'm very, very positive and confident now to face any team. But I hope the Atleti team, is still, like, hopefully they can build up from it because we talked about this in the review of the match against Real Madrid as well. Because we've seen this, like when Atleti have one good result, the next match we lose it. I don't know, like it can't be like this that like we had a very good weekend and then on the midweek we do something stupid. Let's say we miss our chances and everything, and then again, if we lose this game, it's gonna go back to those days with that. Let's say the Mallorca, Espanyol, back to those days. I mean, like we should really get the win over here, and especially like this match is at home as well, so I think that gives us an edge as well. So, and again, like we have a very, very difficult group, by the way. We have Arsenal coming up next at Emirates, so we should definitely get 3 points on this one, and we can get 3 points on this one. Let's just get to know about some facts about this match day. So, the last match, funnily, like we've never played Frankfurt before. We have never played Frankfurt in Europe before. The only previous match which we played was in 1975. I mean, not I was not even born. I don't know where I was, to be honest. Neither you, Saint Keeks, I guess, and neither like the guys who are watching, I guess. I don't know if anyone would be born at this stage, and which actually Frankfurt won that match 2-1.
What was that in? What was that tournament in?
It's the Winners' Cup, something like that.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, anyway, so Atleti are unbeaten in 15 matches at home to German teams. We've won 11, we've drawn 4. So that's a very good result. I think we just had one defeat. That was against Borussia Dortmund. And that was in the Champions League group stage in October 1996. Again, I wasn't born. But anyway. So last season, again, we beat Leipzig in match day 1. And we beat Bayer Leverkusen on match day 7.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you guys can see. So like we are good against German sides. But funnily, okay, something about Frankfurt. Frankfurt have lost only 2 of their 11 matches against Spanish clubs. They've only lost 2.
Who were the teams that they played against?
They've won 6, they've drawn 3, and I think their defeat came from Real Madrid.
The two is from Real Madrid, and the other teams that they played against were.
I have no idea about that, but yeah, the defeats I know it came from Real Madrid. But anyway, Frankfurt are unbeaten in 5 away games against Spanish teams.
Okay.
I mean, like they probably, I think most probably in Europa League or Conference League, because maybe I don't know, they faced Sevilla, Valencia, Villarreal, I don't know, Real Betis, I guess. I can't really, but anyway, okay.
It couldn't be Sevilla in the Europa League. Sevilla in the Europa League is kind of.
No, last time who was in? But yeah, anyway, they have. I mean, like they have a good result right now. They have against Spanish teams. They've won 4. They've drawn 1.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're unbeaten in last 5 away games. Just like Real Madrid was unbeaten. But yeah, until they came to Metropolitano. But anyway. And funnily, Frankfurt is also first in the Champions League table. The last time the first table team came to Metropolitano, you know what happened, Saint Keeks? Can you tell me what happened?
Who was the first table team that came to the Champions League in Metropolitano?
No, I'm talking. You didn't get my reference, bro. I was talking about Real Madrid. The last time the
Ah,
first table team came to
right,
Metropolitano.
right,
Come
right.
on, come on. Where's the conscience?
I'm sorry. I'm thinking too much on the Champions League and the implications. But yeah, okay. Um,
But yeah. Anyway, again, key stats about the game. Atleti have lost only one of their last 15 home Champions League matches. We've won 10. We've drawn 4. We've won 9 of the last 10. I think our the defeat that came was against, I think, that little game. But anyway, we have scored 199 goals in the Champions League. Okay, so that's one history thing, I think, coming tomorrow. And then, wow, like the last match day, Frankfurt beat Galatasaray 5-1. So yeah, I think like they must be having that high confidence in them. But
I did actually watch that game. I didn't catch the what do you call it? I didn't catch the second half. But I watched the first half, and it was a very interesting game because I think
what we,
Galatasaray started off guns blazing, and then Frankfurt just kind of responded in a really interesting way, where as soon as they could get a chance to score, they did get a chance to score, and they would score against Galatasaray. So it was a really cool game to watch. I think so. In the same Frankfurt game, like I caught the first half, and it was an interesting game because of the same. Like Galatasaray came out guns blazing, they were playing really well, but it was really like it's almost a calamity of errors, but also just an insane amount of pressure from Frankfurt because they ended the first half. I think it was 3-1 from what I remember seeing it, and it was two own goals from I think both of the centre backs. It was Sanchez and I can't remember. Anyway, but it was the own goals were comical in the sense of like the thing, but it's like the Frankfurt they deserve to get those goals based off of what they were trying to do and these other things. But at the same time, if you look at the result, it's so what do you call it? That's just like unfortunate for Galatasaray. It's like 11 shots against Galatasaray, 5 on target, 5 goals. Like that's as just as bad as it gets. And I don't think Galatasaray played a game where they deserve to get 5 on them, honestly. But at the same time, Frankfurt had a very good home game for them. So mix of you take of that what you will. I can't speak too much on Frankfurt. I haven't really watched Frankfurt in the Bundesliga. I've watched really only watched Stuttgart and Bayern so far this season in Bundesliga. Um, but I can say, and last season when I watched them, I was really only watching them for Mamouche and Ekiteke, so I can't break down the whole team. I apologize, but there's some interesting aspects of Frankfurt in terms of, well, I shouldn't say Frankfurt, but specifically German teams, where I think Atletico and to a wider extent maybe the rest of La Liga tend to struggle against German teams in terms of the actual play, the game itself. I think we saw that multiple times with Real Madrid versus Leipzig, Atletico versus Leipzig. We call it Barcelona against Bayern, whatever it is, right? Like these teams we tend to struggle against them, probably just because how Spain as in terms of the way that we play the game, it doesn't necessarily match up well against the very direct aspect of Bundesliga, which is front to back, really good countering, great transition, all these other things, generally speaking, right? But I would say, especially in recent years, Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico have really adapted in a much better way to the German teams. Same teams I just mentioned but will give us trouble, we still did manage to get results. We managed to get results against Leipzig, and I think we were much better than Leipzig the last time we played them. I think the 2-1 result maybe was probably a bit nicer than it needed to be because we could have had a cleaner result there. And it was a nice finish. It was a nice like last minute finish from Josema, and it was a great goal. But I think we could have done better in that game, and I think we should do better again today. We have no points in Champions League so far. It's still, we don't know what the drop off is in terms of what's necessary to get to qualify, what is necessary for the top 8. Still don't know for sure. But
I think 3-4 matches are enough. Like, I think we will qualify for the next round. I think we have to see like whether it'll be like that playoff thing,
yeah,
or like we
top
can,
8.
like we can finish in top 8.
I think we should always. I think like most other big teams, we should be aiming for top 8, and I think it's possible with the games that we have in question. What do you call it?
I mean, if we play like we played on the weekend, then obviously we can finish in top 8 easily.
I don't know if we'll be able to play like how we played against in the weekend because of the fact that was 90 minutes of straight running. So I'm not sure.
True, but again, it's not like if we it's just us who have these matches. I mean, like just look at the last 5 matches of Frankfurt. So they won against Hoffenheim 3-1. Then they lost to Bayer Leverkusen 3-1. Again, now that Leverkusen side is a very, very struggling side. With the new manager and everything and stuff, with all the players out, they still lost 3-1 to Bayer Leverkusen.
Right.
And then they won 5-1 against Galatasaray, which, like you mentioned, just 5 shots on target, 5 goals. And then they lost to Union Berlin at their home. You know the scoreline? It was 3-4. 3-4. They conceded 4 goals at home. And then again, like this game is again just talked about during, I think it was last week only, when they played Mönchengladbach. That was 6-4. I mean, wow, 10 goals in a game. I mean, like, wow. And then Frankfurt took the lead 6-0, and then Mönchengladbach came back.
In the last 2 games, they've conceded 8 goals at all. So it's
exactly. Then the last 2 games they conceded 8 goals, and again, so I think this Frankfurt side is definitely we can answer that defense. I mean, like this conceding 4 goals from Mönchengladbach, 4 goals from Union Berlin, and but again, we have to make the most of it. We have to finish our chances. Simple.
Right. I don't know if I would like as much as they have conceded 8 goals in the past 2 games. That might be a little bit of a inflated scoreline. Well, not hyper, but inflated scoreline. But I think, what do you call it? We should still respect them. They're still a big team in terms of they're a decent team. They're in Champions League for a reason, and we do need to still be careful. I'm interested to see, especially, how we line up with our backline. I think you were mentioning before the recording that there's a big player there, Chan Usun. Say the name for me.
Chan Usun.
Right. I'm not good with Turkish names. I apologize.
Even I'm not. I'm just going. If any Turkish fan is watching us here, you guys can correct us.
I apologize.
We apologize. Yeah.
But yeah. So right from Ardagula into another one, which is not great. I don't appreciate having to play against Turkish players back to back like this. Probably gonna have to play Galatasaray not too long from here. So
Chan Uzun is actually the second top scorer in Bundesliga. He has 5 goals this season in Bundesliga. Something to
watch out for.
See, exactly, especially in defense. And our defense is not doing well. So yeah, I hope we can keep a clean sheet on this one. But anyway, you were saying.
But yeah, it's that same thing as what I was mentioning in terms of the defenses. As much as we had a really good game last game, we still conceded 2 very preventable goals. Let's say the first goal maybe less so. The second goal, very preventable, very capable of stopping that. And because of that, I do have some despite the fact that we had a convincing win, I have some question marks on our defense on what exactly is the backline. Jimenez has been training with the team, but he wasn't included in the squad list last game. I don't know if he'll be included this game. I know Almada is training with the team as well, so can't necessarily count on both of them. But it does mean that we have, we have a lot of our main players again. Bayern is back. Is he going to start? Is he going to come in maybe half an hour instead this time, slowly easing back into the season? Not sure. Things to be. We'll talk about it when we're talking about the lineup, but it's an interesting Not sure what we're gonna get out of the Frankfurt game because of the fact that I feel like I'm a little clueless on Frankfurt and I don't want to make strong statements on a team I haven't really watched this season. You know.
No, I mean like they play possession style football. Like the one thing I've seen from Frankfurt, like they do play possession style football, and again the key would be to dominate the midfield. Again, it's gonna take the legs from Koke and Barrios. Like they have to perform, obviously. But the thing is, like Frankfurt also plays Bayern Munich on the weekend. So again, I mean they're fourth in Bundesliga. They have like I don't know, they are 6 or 9 points behind Bayern Munich. So again, so they must be looking to close the gap. But the thing about Bundesliga teams is like they don't really. I don't know. It's just so weird. Like no one can actually compete with Bayern Munich in Bundesliga. So I don't know, like how
Leverkusen just did with Xabi Alonso. To be fair.
Yeah, I don't know, like how they're gonna cope up, but like just like in like Premier League teams or La Liga teams, like they tend to like rest some players, like like fine, like after 60 minutes, like let's just rest some players because we have a big game coming up on the weekend. We already have 3 points. We're top of the Champions League table. It's okay if we lose this game as well.
I don't. It's the second game. I don't think they're gonna do that. No.
But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, unless we can see something stupid the first 10 minutes, then that'll be just like the Leipzig game where Benjamin Sesko scored the first goal, and then yeah, we actually got back, and then again we had chances, and in the end we scored from Jimenez. So yeah, again, this can be a very easy game if Union Berlin and Mönchengladbach can score 4 each to this team. I mean, we can very well score. We can actually score pretty good goals against them as well. But anyway, let's just take some.
I don't know if I 100% agree with that.
Your mic. So yeah, let's just take this. So this will happen in the press conference. Let's just take some comments from the Frankfurt player, Jonathan Burgart. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm trying German, but I don't know if it's German or not either way. But I think it looks like a Scandinavian name. But I'm really looking forward to my second Champions League game. It'll be a very, very cool evening for our team to gain experience and hopefully achieve a good result. I think it'll be very loud. I'm looking forward to the atmosphere because it makes a game even more special. He looks very confident. Okay, now the Frankfurt coach, Dino Top Muller. That's definitely German. So he says, we know we're the underdogs. Atletico has a lot of attacking power and has high quality individual players. We have to defend and attack as a team. Our opponents are also brutally solid defensively. Has he seen our matches?
Oh, that's how I know you don't know it. Like I was questioning the attack thing because this season we've been under par, but with the brutally defensive, no, that's not true.
Yeah, has he seen our matches? But anyway, if they defend in a deep block, they're very difficult to beat. Again, you haven't seen our matches,
true.
Bro. Like,
Yeah,
your preparation doesn't look good to me. But anyway, it will be a great challenge for our young team to prevail here. The key to our good attacking game lies in our defensive mentality. Then we have chances. Okay, all right. I guess he knows somewhat what he's doing. And then he also says Atletico have been one of the absolute top teams in Europe for 10 years, perhaps even longer, and are always contenders to reach the final. They play with incredible intensity, especially at home with the energy of the crowd and coach behind them. They regularly manage to bring their opponents to their knees. Okay, wow, that's high praise from him.
I don't know about all that, but fair enough, though. Yeah.
Now, what Diego Simeone said, we're on the up, a reflection of the work we have put in. It's great to be able to show it on the pitch. It's very difficult to look too far ahead after a couple of matches, though there's still a long way to go. And like life, there will be difficulties to overcome. There are always ups and downs. I love it. Like, like how Diego Simeone literally, like, while he's talking about football, he just ends up with a quote which makes it about life. Have you noticed this?
The philosophy of it all.
Have you noticed this? He kind of like make quotes which ends up about being life. I mean, like good wisdom right there for someone who needs good wisdom. But anyway, moving on. And then he said on the Saturday 5-2 win against Real Madrid, he said nobody remembers what happened yesterday. It's all about the here and now. We have to face up to what's coming, have faith, and believe in what we're doing. Now that's my manager. Partido a partido. What happened, happened. Wow. Now we move forward. We move forward to the next match, which is Frankfurt, Eintracht Frankfurt. But anyway, so St. Keeks, who do you start in this match?
That's the question. I think definitively who I would like to see start is I do want to see Ruggieri start this game. I think he's been a bit unfortunate in the past set of games to be benched in, I think, a position where he should really be trying to grow in. I think this is a game where you take the risk. You take, even if Simeone doesn't have full confidence in him, I think you try and utilize him. I think with Bayern coming in, I don't think you can start him per se, or if you are going to start him, you would have to come off at halftime or maybe at 60 minutes. So I know I'd choose Ruggieri. I think I'd choose Hanko, choose Lenormand, and Llorente. I don't know if I want to do Koke again, knowing how his legs are right now, because he's done 2 full 90s with Rayo and Real back to back, and those are not easy games to play against. But we'll see. I think Koke Barrios is probably going to be our standard midfield for a while, and then it's probably just going to be Nico and Juliana, to be honest with you. Though, the question now is, who is Alvarez going to be a partner with? Is it going to be Griezmann? Is it going to be Raspadori? Is it going to be Solot? Who are we getting? If I would choose, knowing what we did in the last game, it would probably have to be Solot, just off of the fact that we had a clear game plan in terms of being able to deal with the crossing and these other things and overloading the flanks, which is one of our main best traits. If Bayern is fit to start, I would start him over Solot, and I would like to have a system where we're focusing more on Alvarez, because in the Champions League, we have a player who is fairly good at starting, and same thing with Griezmann. Griezmann, even in his lowest form, has always scored in the Champions League, and it's the same thing with Alvarez. So I'd like to see either one of them. Maybe Griezmann starts, maybe Bayern starts, but I'm not sure in terms of that, but we'll see. Your thoughts on the lineup?
I would say, look, Frankfurt played a 5-4-1. The last match they played in a 5-4-1. Oh, sorry, 4-5-1. And I think they're gonna play the same, because I think with this formation of 4-5-1, I think they will have that superiority in the midfield, and then Koke and Pablo Barrios has to work even hard. Now, this is what we have to see, because again, the key to this game would be the midfield, I would say, because again, Frankfurt plays possession based football, and I'll tell you guys one thing. Do you guys remember Wahi? We were linked with him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were linked with him once. Yeah, he's at Frankfurt.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad he didn't join us, not because of his level, but because of the stuff that he did off the pitch, which is not great.
But yeah, anyway, so Frankfurt, like I said, 4-5-1. So the midfield would be key. So now with Koke and Pablo Barrios, I think they almost played. Koke played more than 60 minutes. Pablo Barrios played the whole match. And do you start Gallagher in midfield? I think so, yes, because again, I think this is the match where I think we can rest some players. And like you said, I'd like to see Ruggieri as well on the left back position. This is the one I think I'll go with Llorente, Robin Lenormand, or to be honest, I like to see Marco Bale in this match as a right back. Maybe I'll start him as well, because Marcus Llorente has been working his ass off in the past few matches, so he needs that rest, and I'll start Marco Bale for sure. But knowing Simeone, I won't be surprised if he starts Molina.
Oh no, he won't start anybody but Llorente. Llorente is going to start. I don't have any doubts about that. But will he play the full 90, and will he swap in Pubil? Would be an interesting question.
True, it can be. But then Lenormand starts for, of course, he starts Lenormand, and then this one I think David Hansko starts as a centre back, and left back I think I hope it's Ruggieri. I really hope it's Ruggieri. And then we have the midfield. Now this is the main question: whether you rest Nico Gonzalez or actually now Baina is also back. Would you start Baina?
Baena has never played in the actual. I think the only time he's ever played in the actual midfield was in that last game that we played with Real.
No, not in midfield, like on the left hand side position.
Yeah, we haven't done that with him. Not in the preseason, not in the games at all yet, which is very interesting.
Yes,
Even though that is
he just played one match. What do you expect?
No, well, the preseason he started and played all of the 3 preseason games, and so it's interest. I just think it was interesting to me that he has always been. Anytime he started, he's almost as a second striker. He's further forward, and even though in Villarreal, who also play a 4-4-2 like us with Marcelino, and he was on the left wing for almost exclusively in Villarreal. For Atletico and for Simeone, what we want from the left wing, what we want from that flank, I don't think he wants Bayern there, and I think he wants to maximize Bayern's creative potential a bit further forward, which I understand. So I don't think Bayern starts in that place, and if he does start, he'll probably be in the midfield. I don't even know if he would do that. I think it would be further forward again. So
like someone asked Simeone a question. He said there will be a point where I'll have to start Baina, and he has to be ready. And then I hope, but I know like Baina won't be 100% fit for sure.
Yeah.
So it's better to give him minutes. Like let's say he had like 2-3 minutes on the weekend, and then we can make him come on for the 20 to 30 minutes because again we should be easy with him. We shouldn't take that risk. So yeah, but again now saying that Nico Gonzalez is very injury prone. So yeah, I'm worried about him as well because the way he's playing very, very different. Like we're seeing Nico Gonzalez from Fiorentina. But yeah, I think I would say the same thing. I won't be surprised if it's the same lineup. Except the left back position. I think David Hansko shifts to the centre back. Ruggieri comes back onto the left back. I won't be surprised if Javi Galan also starts because I don't think Simeone trusts Ruggieri that much at the moment because Javi Galan came on in the second half in the Madrid derby. So I mean that's up to Ruggieri as well.
I am still surprised at the lack of faith that Ruggieri gets from Simeone, considering what we did, especially in the Rayo game, and then also what he put for us in the other 3 games. So I'm not sure what it is that he wants more. I know
Javi Galan started against Liverpool. I didn't see that coming. Nobody saw that coming.
I didn't want him to start. I don't know what to say. we got punished for it. So there's an element to it that's a bit strange, but whatever. I'll take what I get, and hopefully we get our win.
But anyway, I'm just gonna let's just say like the best possible lineup. Let's just say
Taufik minutes.
Best possible lineup.
I'm saying this is like the best. This is like the best game to do it. You're at home. Hopefully, you're getting a decent result. This is not an easy game to put them in, but this was between of the 3 games that if we passed 2 games, Rayo and Real Madrid, there was never. I didn't even think he was going to be a sniff in those 2 games. I think there's a possibility.
Bro, forget your dreams. Taufik won't come on in the second half. Raspadori didn't get a chance in the Madrid derby.
I'm cool.
Ruggieri didn't get a chance at the Madrid derby. So yeah, forget about Taufik, bro. I think he's gonna be watching the match just like the rest of us. But yeah, it's okay. You can have faith. It's okay. Okay, anyway, so this is like my best lineup for tomorrow. I think I'll go with Lorente, I'll go with Robin Lenormand, I'll go with David Hansko, and then I'll go with, funnily enough, I'll go with Ruggieri, but funnily enough, I think Javi Galan will start because I know Simeone. But I'll go with Ruggieri. And then the wings, again, Nico Gonzalez, Giuliano, and then the midfield. This time, I think I'll put Gallagher in midfield instead of Koke, Baris and Gallagher. And then I'm going to put up front Julian Alvarez and Sordot, the same partnership from the Madrid derby. The reason I'm putting Gallagher in midfield is because, again, Koke is 34. We need to save those legs. We need those legs. So yeah, and then I need Gallagher to start as well because again, Gallagher, I think at some point Gallagher has to mature as well. He has to show that version he was at Crystal Palace. So I really want Gallagher to start. This is not a very difficult match. I think this is the match where Gallagher should try and influence the game from midfield. So let's see how that happens. But yeah, this would be my lineup for tomorrow. But what do you guys think? What should be your lineup for tomorrow's match? Do let us know in the comment section. And moving on to the next one. St. Keeks. Do you want to do this? Predictions.
No predictions. No predictions. Not today.
I mean, funnily enough, did we do the Real Madrid prediction, by the way?
We said my call was 2-1 Atletico. It ended up being 5-2. I'm not making predictions anymore, man. it's not happening.
I'm gonna go for just because I'm seeing those, like 4 goals from Union Berlin and 4 goals from Mönchengladbach. I don't know why I'm seeing a 7-0 or something scoreline, which I think.
Whoa, where is that coming from?
Maybe I'm being too delusional, but again, hear me out. That defense is very naive. They have they have very young centre backs. The only thing that would stop us.
See? I think Koch is we call it. Koch is like 27, isn't he? Like I remember seeing Koch in like Leeds in Premier Leagues like some years ago. I think I remember him being a fairly decent player, and I think I've seen him do well in the German national team. He's not a bad centre back, but I wouldn't necessarily call him great. If that makes sense. I can't talk to the other centre back, and I can't really talk to the other fullbacks. I don't know them.
Oh, Robin Koch, yeah, Koch. How you pronounce it?
Couldn't tell you. Buddy.
Robin Koch, yeah, but I thought like he doesn't he play as a defensive midfielder sometimes, but yeah, he plays as a centre back as well.
Can. It's one of those players.
But yeah. Anyway, the thing I'm saying is again, the guy was at Leeds, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Leeds is a good team. Really?
The guy was at Leeds, and then you can argue maybe that Arthur, again, Tiate, or like how you pronounce it again.
I don't really.
My bad.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Again, it would be all on Sorloth. I'm just saying this. Again, if he finishes his chances. And this is the best time he can get those.
Okay.
This is the best time he can get those because again, there will be chances for sure.
Okay.
But anyway, since you don't want to do predictions, also guys, do let us know in the comment section what would be your predictions for tomorrow's game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think? I'm going to ask you this question, last question, and then we'll cut this off. Do you think we'll keep a clean sheet tomorrow?
We're more likely to keep a clean sheet than we were against Real Madrid, but no, I don't think we will.
Wow, you're saying like, okay, so you're telling me like just 1 clean sheet in the past 8 games, really?
That is probably the reality of it, yeah.
Okay, wow. Okay. I hope Robin Lenormand and David Hansko are probably wrong. But yeah, I'm going 7-0, guys. Remember that. I'm going 7-0. Wow. I am very optimistic about this one. So yeah.
Okay.
I hope I'm correct.
I do not co-sign that, but okay.
Yeah, if I'm correct, guys, you guys can send me $10 each, everyone. I'll send you my PayPal. But anyway, guys, we'll see you guys very soon. I hope it's a very good result. And St. Keeks has frozen Ashley, but it's okay. We'll see you guys soon for the review of this game. Until then, Up Atleti. Ciao, ciao.